Winter Haven police body camera video shows an incident unfolding that's getting lots of pushback online. What you see is a mother and her 3-year-old daughter on the ground with their hands behind their backs. But officers say there's more to the story.
And she also said, please don't kill me. Don't kill me, don't kill me, or my mom.
Nightcrawler Media. Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler Media.
Nightcrawler Media.
Nightcrawler Media.
Nightcrawler Media.
Nightcrawler Media.
Given the use of the firearm during the initial incident at Santiago's, an unknown risk, officers responded with an appropriate level of caution.
Hello, YouTubers. This last Thursday, the Winter Haven, Florida police chief held a cops planning press conference where he tried to calm down the residents, and of course, he couldn't help himself and threw in a little propaganda at the end. Here's the chief reading his narrative at the press conference. Type a 1 in the chat if you think he will tell the truth. Type a 2 in the chat if you think he's going to lie at least 2 or more times. At the end of the video, if you guess correctly, type a 3. You might win a prize.
It is important to clarify that at no point did any officer aim a weapon at the child. Body-worn cameras and other footage confirms that once officers realized the child was present, the firearm was immediately lowered.
Once officers realized the child was present, the firearm was immediately lowered
to a safe position. In this case, both Hercules and Banks were released, and the store employees choose not to press charges. However, complaint affidavits have been filed with the state attorney's office for an affray and improper display of a weapon.
Here's the incident the chief is talking about. This takes place in front of some kind of grocery store. That's Mr. Hercules in the white shirt. Apparently, one of these employees said something about this man's girlfriend because she was sitting out in the car. He gets into a verbal argument with the employee, and the employee comes outside to escalate. The employee starts to get even more aggressive, and that's when Mr. Hercules pulls out his gun and ironically points it down at the ground. Unfortunately, there's no one having a press conference for Mr. Hercules to tell everyone why it's okay to pull out a gun and point it down. And forgive me if I'm mistaken, but I thought this is what guns are for. If you think you're in imminent danger of harm or death. If this employee was acting like this toward a cop, you can't tell me the cop's not pulling his gun out. This went on for another minute before Mr. Hercules is able to safely drive away with his family. The next video they show takes place in front of the American Legion, where the police spotted Mr. Hercules after the store called 911. Let's see what the chief has to say about this.
I believe that she saw another vehicle, and then she turned around, pulled out her phone, and started running towards Mr. Hercules to film. I'm not here to judge that. We're not here to talk about that. I'm just explaining what's going on. That's not the issue. And at that time, there's an officer there. It's the canine officer who gives the first commands for her to get down. We're attempting, at this time, you got to remember, we have a bolo out for a armed disturbance, person with a firearm. We don't know who has the firearm.
2 minutes earlier.
Stating that there was a black male with a firearm.
Black male with a firearm.
We don't know who has it. We don't know where the firearm is. We just have to secure the people that's there. The firearm is pointing down. Anytime you see his hands or the tip of the firearm is pointing down. It's not pointing in the direction of Miss Banks or her child. As soon as he turned around and got past the car, the canine officer is the one, like I said, identified Miss Banks and told her to stop because she was going towards her boyfriend. He was running towards her. The canine officer stopped her. At that point in time, told her to get to the ground, and that's when this officer took over, got to the rear of the red car, did not see the child at that time. When he saw the child, immediately, that tip came down. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting up here trying to defend anything, and maybe we got to look at looking at our policies in a certain way. The policies, the policies are fine. I think we have to look at how we're going to address these situations moving forward. We train our kids to do that. Oh, here's a cop, we're gonna come get you. There's not one law enforcement officer that'll go in a restaurant and some kids start acting up, kids being kids, a parent's not gonna say, hey, I'm gonna tell the cop to get you. We're conditioning these kids. That's part of it. But at the same time, we in law enforcement, we have to start educating these people. Don't say that. I have no problem running up to a parent saying, don't say that to your kid. Not tell the kid, I'm not gonna take you to jail. We have to start somewhere. We've got to start somewhere. We got to stop playing this blame game all the time. No, we need to find solutions.
Incident, the gentleman's being charged with a fray.
Yes, ma'am.
It looked from the video like the employee was not de-escalating the situation. Is he facing any charges also? Did he brandish a knife? I couldn't tell in the video.
I didn't see a knife. Did you see one?
The top was kind of blocking a lot of it.
No, it wasn't. I did not see a knife.
It was kind of blocking a lot of it.
No, it wasn't.
It was kind of blocking a lot of it.
No, it wasn't.
It was kind of blocking a lot of it.
No, it wasn't.
It was kind of blocking a lot of it.
No, it wasn't. I'm gonna do that for those officers. We were within policy, but was it optically right? No. The optics are terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
That was terrible.
Yes.
Well, there you have it. Chief lies right off the bat. That gun was definitely pointed in the general direction of that baby for at least a split second, if not more. My question to the chief is, if your guys didn't do anything wrong, why do you got to keep lying? And I kind of get it. He's doing everything he can not to say that family was held at gunpoint for officer safety. If that baby wasn't there, I guarantee that would be his narrative.
Mark on the ticket, there's a subject out here with a high-powered video camera. I'm not suspicious, I'm mysterious. There's a difference.